Hi guys, welcome to another video. We saw that the last video got a lot of love from y'all. We saw a 10 to 15% increase in the number of subscribers. Oh wait, sorry, this is not a save point. Wait, sorry. Okay, let's start. We've got one new member on the panel. His name is Mr. Aditya Mehta, a fake Royal Challengers supporter, and we've got a 32-year-old average Mallu, Karthik Ajay on the panel. And as usual, Mr. Kushagra Aswani. Hi, Mr. Aswani, how's it going?
All good, buddy. How are you?
Did you watch Jasprit Bumrah's spell in the first test?
I only believe in Jassi bhai.
Game changer he
Game
is.
changer player he is.
And you
Great
like
bowler
his,
even gets better booty.
everyone likes his booty, especially his wife. Okay. No adult talks over here. So let's start. Let's review the performance of the first test. Since we've got Aditya for the first time on the call, let's ask him what was his makeup of the first test. Like, what? How did you like India's performance?
So honestly, for me, it was quite unbelievable. I never expected that kind of domination from India, especially with the background with India struggling against New Zealand in the home tests. So to come here on a very bouncy Perth pitch and having very minimal time to adjust to the conditions and still doing so well, it was quite surprising, but I'm glad, and I think that's completely credit to our bowlers because hadn't we got that momentum in the first innings from them taking all the 10 wickets for 104 runs, I don't think we would have been in this position. So that plus Jaiswal, Rahul, and Kohli's performance in the third innings, that was a highlight for me, and hopefully that means that good things are to come for India in the remaining matches.
You saw Nitish Kumar, the debutant's performance, and like we didn't get a lot of things to see, but he batted a couple of times. He scored 40, 45 in the first innings, scored approximately a quick 5, 30, 35 in the second innings. Got Mitchell Marsh as his debut wicket. Looked good, like small sample size, but looked good. Kushagra.
Absolutely. I mean, I was not expecting such a great performance from Nitish Reddy. Another thing that I like about him is that he can bowl a few overs here and there, just in case if our bowlers are having a tough time and they've already bowled a lot of overs in the day. So Nitish Reddy is a handy medium pacer who can bowl a few overs and get a few wickets as well.
Karthik, your thoughts about the other debutant, Harshit Rana?
I think he did well for a debut. It was, I think, a really good game for him. And I remember the ongoing verbal feud, not feud, like a roast he had with Mitchell Stark, where Stark said that he bowls faster than him and he'll remember it. But funnily enough, Harshit's batting didn't come in the second innings, so
But
India
funnily,
played well. Like,
Yashasvi said replied to Stark right in the third innings that he's
yeah,
bowling
yeah,
too
yeah.
slow.
Yeah. So that was good to see, and I think it's a confident start, and I hope to see more coming from him.
You know who his first test wicket was, right, Karthik?
Yes,
Who?
Travis.
Dil Jasna Bole playing in the background. Okay, so moving on to the performance, we won by 295 runs. We got to see Kohli century in the third innings. We got to see KL Rahul back to his good overseas performance. We got to see Yashasvi Jaiswal knock, like first time in Australia, scores 160 after getting out on a duck in the first innings. Overall, the performance has been good. Now, leading up to the second test, we know that we've got a 10-day break, but the Indian team is playing a practice match against the Prime Minister's 11 in Canberra. It starts on Saturday. What do you want to see happening in that match, Kush?
Love to see Rohit get some game time in the middle and score some runs. I would not want him to rely only on intent. I would want him to just go out there and play a few balls, get the hang of the pink ball as well, so that when they play in Adelaide, he has a lot of game time, and he can see off the new ball a little bit and make it easier for the batsmen who are going to come after him.
Do you think he'll be the captain of the not the like the Indian team that is gonna be the playing in the practice match, but the second test, or Jasprit Bumrah will continue as captain?
Has to be the captain. I mean, Jasprit Bumrah was just uh, filling in for him. So I
You
have
think
no,
such excellent captaincy should not be rewarded? You don't agree with Sunil Gavaskar, the legend. He said that Rohit Sharma should be as a player for the next four tests and Jasprit Bumrah should captain.
no, no, I do not agree with him because
You don't
this
agree with
team
the
has been
legendary
built.
Sunil Gavaskar.
Yeah, I don't agree with him. Honestly,
What stature you have
I'm
in
not in
cricket, man? Come
agreement with
on.
his
Just an
statements.
ordinary person sitting in your room and commentating. He's there in Australia, predicting the outcome and everything.
Yeah, but this is Rohit Sharma's team. You cannot just
This
back
is Virat
Jasprit
Kohli's
Bumrah
team. This
on.
is this is Virat Kohli's team, not Rohit Sharma's team.
Naman, you're sledging him more than the Aussies.
I'm not
Not
eating
letting me
vada
say.
pav. Acha, continue.
No, no, it's okay. It's fine. I'm
Okay.
done.
Aditya, your thoughts? Shubman Gill should be back, like for the second test, recovered from the injury.
So it's pretty ironic that despite India performing much better, they are the one who will probably have more changes in the playing 11. And if Shubman's fit, I see him coming in at number three. And I see Rahul shifting back to six unless Rohit has this big change of heart and he just decides to sacrifice his position, which I feel is a bit, I don't think that's gonna happen. So they'll be tinkering with the order, I think. And I just think overall, if India can manage to get a score of 250 in the first innings, it's going to be a very competitive match. I'm just hoping there isn't a certain collapse like last time at Adelaide in a pink ball test. And yeah,
So we like the question is for all. We saw Washington Sundar being selected for the first test. Do you think either Jadeja or Ashwin could be picked over Washington, given that we've had such a strong batting performance and we need not need a specialist batsman at number eight?
so I honestly feel that Washington's bowling wasn't that impressive in the first test. He didn't manage to do much, so that might be the only reason they might go to a more stable and proven performer in Jadeja probably. I see Jadeja being picked over Ashwin at least in this Adelaide test, where there is less help for spinners. Ashwin, I think, might get more of a go at the MCG and SCG. But right now, if there is a change, then I see Jadeja coming in.
Your thoughts, Karthik?
Uh, yeah, I think it's a better idea to go with Jadeja because even Washington Sundar didn't impress me either, and Jadeja would give us additional batting capabilities as well if things go wrong. And I think it's a better idea to go with Jadeja.
Push? Do you
I
like?
honestly
Is it
feel
fine
that
if you want to say something or you're forced to say something?
no, no, I want to say, I want to voice out my opinions.
We definitely
I
believe
feel
in
that
consent.
Washington Sundar should be given a slightly longer run. If he has been picked over Jadeja, then team management must have a thought process behind it. So I don't see any reason why they have to drop Sundar again in the next game and bring back Jadeja. So just give him a long run, just let him play for a while. And then if he doesn't perform, you can obviously get Jadeja back into the team.
And okay, so interesting opinions. I have one more question. We've come to know that Gautam Gambhir has returned back to India. He's on like for some personal reason. If he's not available for the second test, do you think Ravi Shastri should jump out of the com box and coach India for a test?
क्या
So,
पूछता है यार ये?
uh, I mean, according to the reports, though, Gautam Gambhir is coming back 1 or 2 days prior to the
In
test.
case he's not able to make it, Do you think Ravi Shastri
Hmm.
should do that, or India is better off with a captain that should not be there at the helm for the second test and without a coach?
Let's get in
I think
Akash
it should be
Chopra
fine.
to coach the
I
Indian
think
team. I
let's
think
move on to the next question. We'll be doing the preview for the second test, and the second test is at Adelaide, correct? Which is the first thing
Oi,
that comes
mate.
to which which thing comes to your mind for the first time when you hear Adelaide? Isn't it Virat Kohli?
Worst thing that I can think of is the 36 all out.
I wanted someone to say that. Let's concentrate on that. The Ghosts of 36. It's been five test matches since that match. We've lost zero, drawn one, and won three. Do you think when we go back to Adelaide, like the batting lineup is new, only Virat Kohli is there from that batting lineup? Rishabh Pant also didn't play that match. A completely new batting lineup. But do you think there'll be mental scars of that match?
I don't think so.
And
They won that series, so I don't think they'll be thinking about that. They've practiced quite a lot in Australia over the last few days, and look, the mindset of the Indian team is very clear. They just want to go out there and take one match at a time and eventually go on to win the series. So doesn't matter if it's a pink ball test or it's a red ball test. Uh, just go out there and give your best.
Karthik is looking like a proper Red Bull, isn't he? Okay, so enough of India. Let's talk about Australia. We saw a game-changing spell from Jasprit Bumrah at the end of day one in the first test. We saw Steve Smith getting out for a duck. On the morning of day four, Mohammad Siraj picked him up as well for a low score. Manas Labuschagne is not scoring runs, isn't, and I think so is Usman Khawaja too. So the three of the top four are not scoring runs. The another opener is a debutant. Too much pressure on the batting lineup. Only Travis Head is scoring runs right now. What do you think, Karthik?
I I don't think it's anything to be worried about. I mean, I think we have established the fact that even if we go down and play a bad innings and play a bad first innings, we'll still come back. And even if Travis Head is scoring runs, it shouldn't be a problem now.
I asked you,
क्वेश्चन तो सुन ले.
अगर यही करेगा ना इंटरव्यू में तो नहीं होगा. और अब ये
अरे
पार्ट
भाई.
मैं कट नहीं कर रहा. अच्छा, so the question is, if these guys are not scoring runs, the top three of Australia's batting lineup are not scoring runs. Is it a cause of concern for them?
Um, Yeah, if top three doesn't score or doesn't stand in for a longer time, then yes, it will be a concern because India is known to capitalize, and we have a sharp bowling attack now. And I mean, which is not what I thought before the first test, but I think yeah, it will be a point of concern for sure.
Okay, so
But I hope
like,
that happens.
so you mentioned about the India's potent bowling lineup. We've got information that Mohammad Shami is gonna continue playing the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy and not travel to Australia for the second test. So safe to assume that he's not gonna be there for the second test. Again, open to the floor. Same bowling lineup or getting in Akashdeep or someone in place of Harshit.
I think they'll go with the same bowling lineup because I don't see Gambhir or Morne Morkel making any changes to it, considering they are high in confidence. Had the Perth test not gone well, I think it would be a cause of worry. But right now, the confidence will carry them into performing well. And in terms of Australia as well, I don't see any changes happening in their batting lineup except maybe Mitch Marsh being switched out with Webster or Inglis. And that is only because there are some injury concerns, like, or some fatigue issues relating to him. So again, Cummins was also very clear that they won't be making any changes based on one bad match.
So
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
go on.
I think in India shouldn't change for sure because it's a big mental confidence, and Right now, we have some momentum. The players have some momentum, and you don't want to lose that, considering the fact that he's just made his debut match as well. Wouldn't want to drop Harshit Rana for anyone right now.
So, prediction time. Like, what do you think will win the test? Given in Australia's ping ball record, they haven't lost any, if I'm right.
Well, Australia hadn't lost a test in Perth as well, but we beat them this time around. So I believe in this Indian team, and I think that they have a
I
chance to win this one.
I believe in the captain Jasprit Bumrah to game changer player he is. Oh wait, sorry, the last test, sorry. Yeah, let's just ask one last thing. We haven't mentioned Virat Kohli enough in this video. We've got a fan
व्यूज
Virat.
कैसे आएंगे ना? व्यूज
हाँ
नहीं
वो
आएंगे तेरे
सही है
को?
सही है हाँ सो मतलब करना पड़ता है सॉरी विराट भाई we've got a hardcore Virat Kohli fan in the house, Mr. Chiku. Can you please tell us what mindset he'll be in right now, given that he scored a century, coming back to Adelaide where he scored tons of runs, coming back on the back of a win. Will he dominate again? Will he score a century again in the pink ball test?
Look, the most important thing for him at this point is to when he comes out to bat is to get hang of the ping ball. Uh, Depends on like in which over he's coming out to bat. If Rohit and Gill are opening, or if Rohit and Jaiswal are opening, depends on how well they're able to negotiate the ping ball. If they're able to play for the first 10 to 15 overs, then it'll get easier for the batsmen coming after them. And then Kohli can just be there, he can play second fiddle to players like Rishabh Pant and Nitish Reddy and let them do the bulk of the scoring. And Kohli can play the role of Pujara
Anchor.
maybe,
Yeah.
who
So
used to just
just bat through the
play a
innings,
lot of
right?
balls.
Yeah.
Yeah, just bat through the innings.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll make a bold prediction that I don't see Kohli scoring a century in this match.
maybe a se-
Although I'd be happy to be proven wrong for India's sake.
maybe a
But
71 run out.
yeah, probably a half century of some sort, some 60, 70 odd.
He's got history
But
of getting run out at Adelaide on
he-
71. So yeah,
yeah, but he's also got a history of
Not
scoring
71.
centuries in a single match in Adelaide.
He was run out on 74.
my bad. All right, 3 runs, big difference.
Get your
He wasn't
facts
even
right.
scoring 3 runs in the New Zealand test.
So
Okay,
I was speaking of facts. I just saw a stat that Kohli is just 102 runs away from Brian Lara's tally of 610 runs. So if he surpasses that, he would be the highest scoring visiting batter at Adelaide.
in test
So
matches.
century or not, I at least hope he gets through that milestone.
Okay,
Yeah, but what are your guys' predictions on who's going to win the match?
India.
Uh, it's a bit tough because it's pink ball. I still think India will win.
India.
I'll say Australia just
You've
to
met.
make the
Has
series
to,
more
and I'll
fun.
go with India.
ये आदित्य को निकाल
नहीं उसने लिखा है ना उसको एक क्वेश्चन पूछना है विराट इज इक्वल टू नो आईपीएल अभी आईपीएल की बात हो रही है तो आई हैव वन क्वेश्चन फॉर यू डू यू थिंक दैट वी शुड फास्ट ट्रैक वेंकटेश अय्यर इनटू द टेस्ट टीम मतलब देख पैसे तो बहुत ले रहा है बैटिंग तो ठीक ठाक कर लेता है बॉलिंग तो डैश भर की भी नहीं करता तो लगता है उसको डालना चाहिए
I hate this concept of players being picked into the Indian team on the basis of their IPL performance. Just stop doing that. Like प्लेयर्स वहां पे रणजी ट्रॉफी में इतना अच्छा परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं, उनको प्लेइंग 11 में चांस नहीं मिलता है.
ये
सो
अंबती
जस्ट
रायडू को कौन लाया हटाओ हटाओ
डजंट मेक सेंस.
ये अंबती रायडू को कॉल से हटाओ चलो ठीक है
आई नीड 3D
दैट्स
glasses.
with that, this conversation has concluded. Thank you, Aditya, uh, Kush, and Mr. Dipinder Goyal for joining us on this panel.
Karthik, you can go back to delivering parcels.
Yeah, we've got a parcel waiting outside. Please go and pick up. Thank you guys for watching this video. We'll be back with another video soon. Hopefully, until then, one of us will be placed, maybe two, maybe three. Let's hope. Thank you guys. Bye.